conversation about degrees and diplomas has been the same as the egg and the hen. Which came first and which is more important? And who gave birth to who? What was first? Is it the egg? Is it the hen? Or is it the hen? Or is it the egg? Today, I want us to talk about the difference between diplomas and degrees. Very briefly, somebody asked me the other day, what is the difference between these two? He had already passed his exams exemplary. He had been placed under course to pursue a certain course which he was not so much passionate about. And that is where now the question came in. Mr. Ndegwa, the career coach, what is the difference between these two? And what should I do? This was my answer. What's the difference between a diploma and a degree? A degree is an accreditation. Degrees are offered by institutions of higher learning which has been uh, given a charter, if I use the word charter. But then diplomas are offered by colleges and also universities. So in terms of who offers them, only universities offers degrees. But diplomas are also offered by both universities and the colleges. In terms of qualifications, you need a higher qualification to pursue the degree, bachelor degree, compared to a diploma. So the difference is qualifications also. Now, also another difference has to do with time. Time in terms of how long we are going to study these programs. Normally in Kenya, a degree takes between 3 to 6 years, whereas a diploma takes between 1 to 3 years. So diplomas take shorter time than degrees. There's a difference between in terms of content. Diplomas are more of trade-based. Trade-based, I mean, they are very skill-based and very technical in terms of what specifically is offered there. If you are taking a diploma in any area, you will realize that any units or any subjects that you are learning are within making or enhancing or centered around who you want to become or the diploma that you are pursuing. But when you come to degrees, of course they're the same, but then they are broader and they are deeper in terms of their content, in terms of whatever they cover. Another thing is about the mode of learning. You realize that most of the degrees you can study them, they are kind of flexible compared to diplomas. Diplomas, by the fact that it's just a 1 year or 2 years, sometimes they are not as flexible as the degree programs, especially when you look at the masters, for example. When you're taking a master's after your bachelor, 1 year of classwork, 1 year of fieldwork or research or whatever. But then for a diploma, you have to be in the program throughout. There's no much flexibility. So now, what are the advantages of a degree? Number one is about the salaries. Of course, degree holders are paid higher compared to diplomas. Number two is about the broader perspective. Let me say the number of options on the table. If you have a bachelor degree, you realize that you stand a higher chance of getting more opportunities compared to a diploma. For example, let's talk about let's give an example. There's a position advertised for those for sales and marketing, for example, in a certain job. Somebody with a certificate or diploma in sales and marketing, they fit that. It's okay. But then somebody with a diploma, for example, in business management, Sales and marketing is a core unit in that bachelor. So they still stand a chance. So you realize that with a bachelor, you still have more options on the table compared to a diploma holder. That's a good advantage. Another advantage of a degree is the fact that comparing it to a diploma, degrees are more prestigious, and degrees, most jobs or most opportunities need degree holders. So one with a degree holder have more on the table to take than a diploma. Most of the jobs they take they accommodate degree holders more than accommodating the diplomas holders. So those are some of the differences. Coming to the side of diplomas, advantage number one, uh, advantage number one is the length of the duration of the time that you're going to study the course. You realize that diplomas take shorter time compared. Number two, diplomas are very trade-based. Trade-based, I mean, they are very technical, they are very skill-based in terms of whatever area you specialize, more specialization. And also, there's another advantage by the fact that most of the market needs, most of the markets, the common markets, they need entry diploma as the entry point, and then now you grow within the ranks from a diploma and all the from a diploma level degrees depending on the areas, the entry point. So you also there's also advantages, disadvantages of a diploma. The fact that number one, there is limitation in terms of opportunities out there. There's limitation in terms of the job, pay, and all that. Uh, those are some of the disadvantages. Disadvantages of a bachelor, number one is the cost. Comparing the two, bachelors are more expensive and they are also more time consuming. You take a lot of time, 4 good years of study or 6 years of study compared to those 2 or 1 year of a diploma. So those are the disadvantages of a bachelor degree. Then we ask ourselves now, what should you look for between when you are choosing these two? Should you go for a bachelor directly? Should you start from a diploma? I want to say it very clearly. Let you dictate. Let you dictate in terms of which area you are interested in. For those who have been admitted by KUSIP or whichever innovation body to study a certain course, if it is not within your liking, within your skills and what you wanted to become, consider a diploma. Because at the end of the day, within a very short time, that is 2 years, you will have already finished a diploma and maybe started working. Unlike a degree where you have to stay the whole years before, the whole 4 to 6 years before, even 7 years before you complete the program. And also, looking at it in the other side is that a degree is more advantageous, yes. But a diploma, look at who needs that job. Like, what are the requirements? Most of the employers in Kenya, they insist you must have a bachelor degree, even if it is not an area of, is not like the specialized area or relevant area. Let me give an example of aviation industry. For you to become a pilot in Kenya, a piloting is a license from private pilot license to CPL or ATPL, whichever level. Piloting is a license. Anybody can take that. Just the same way you can go and pursue or get a driving license, you can do it. But then when you come to employers, now they say you must have a bachelor in any field for you to get that job as a pilot. So you realize that there's that advantage of degrees being more preferred, even in areas which are not relevant in terms of the skills and abilities. So degree has got that advantage. But then looking at the time you have, do you have the time, the 4 years? Number two, do you have the finances to pursue? Because degrees are expensive. how soon do you want to get into the job market? Because if you want to make a quick switch of a career, always go for a diploma. Maybe you studied a certain area, but then you realize that if you want to switch to another career, a bachelor in that will be very convenient, because in a year or two, you will have gotten that certification in a diploma. So that is good for now. My final verdict is passion, interest. Go for what you are passionate about. Go for your interest. Whether it is offered at certificate level, whether it is offered at a diploma level, and if it is offered at at a degree level, well and good. Your passion, your personality, your liking should be the career motivation. And also, you going out there, consider an area that is going to give you an opportunity to employ yourself, because it's not all about getting the papers. It's all about getting the employment, whether it is self-employment or employed by an organization. But I usually say go for something that you can employ yourself if nobody wants to employ you, because at the end of the day, in Kenya, you understand employment is becoming a challenge. So anything that you can have to do with self-employment, always choose it all day. Even if you have a bachelor degree, pursue a certificate that you may think that can help you employ yourself. It doesn't matter whichever bachelor or master's or associate diploma degree you have, whichever level you have, skills are very important. People want their problem solved. Which problem can you solve in this society? Go for something that you can solve problems. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, take care. God bless you.